Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cash Cow Conversations. I'm your host, Kristine, the co-founder of Cash Cow Co-op, and I have these lovely ladies with me today. Can you introduce yourselves, please?
Yep. My name's Bonnie Stritzinger.
And I'm Jennifer Brittis.
And they are another set of castmates from the season 17, The Blocks, and their business is A Flick of the Wrist Splatter Paint Experience.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, awesome. I was like, experience. Am I adding that or is it there? But wow, like my memory is bad. So it's a good business, okay?
Absolutely.
Well, how are you doing since being off the blocks?
Great. Very busy. Very, very busy. We've reached out to a couple of the mentors from the show already.
Yes.
We've been looking into, licensing and trademarking and what we need to do to get the franchise ball rolling. Looking for those, high net worth investors or angel investors. Got ourselves a lawyer. Like it's just been nonstop because we learned so much there that we're like, we can't sit on any of this because that's what happens. You sit on something and you just end up sitting with it. So yeah, Jen's been on fire on the phone, on the email, just getting everything set up. So yeah, we've been busy.
Wow. Well, and you guys were pros. Okay, you were fierce competition. You got up on the stage several times. You were always kind of in that leader bracket. So, your business was already doing well, successfully. And I shouldn't speak for you, but I think it was doing pretty good. And now I can only imagine. I mean, how long have we been gone? 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You have done so much in 3 weeks. That is incredible.
Yeah. Don't know how we have the time for it, but we're fitting it in. We're fitting it in.
Yeah, and we teamed up with Astro 9, another company at the Blocks. So we're gonna start selling their merchandise at our location and do kind of a collab with their shirts, which is exciting.
That is so funny because I'm interviewing them after you later this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
And nice. So now I can talk to them about that. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the one thing we said when we left, like, like you do end up making a small kind of group of friends that you kind of just all kind of come together in a way. And we said, like, we're going to support these other small businesses and companies that we met because we admit there's some things we don't know how to do, or that we just don't want to do because it's like we've already got enough on our plate. So yeah, using Bloxers and their ideas or company or whatever is one thing that we said we were going to do, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah, and Grady's message with Astro 9, it's very inspirational, and it's something that coexists and co-aligns with what we're trying to promote at our paint studio. So seeing his shirts and now having his shirts with our logo and doing a collab where we're selling it at the studio, and we're both kind of getting our names out there. So I think that's huge. The You Matters and all of that mental health stuff that he's doing with his t-shirts is huge.
Well, yeah, and like you have such a creative outlet for people, it's very hard to talk about mental health. And I did interview somebody about their Reiki healing business earlier this week. And so it's funny that I'm like full circle. Everything that we've talked about on the podcast this far is great. But creating art and feeling safe enough to just read You Matter, that could be life-changing. That could make a kid want to be an artist, and they're set for life, like just those little experiences, and you're cultivating that. So let's kind of tell the people who don't know a little bit about your business and what you do.
All right, you want to take this one?
So we're A Flick of the Wrist. We are a splatter paint studio. So we have rooms where they get ponchos on and get to go into these rooms and create Jackson Pollock inspired artwork. But they also get to have a blast throwing paint at their friends, their parents, the walls, the ceilings. It's a lot of fun. We have one room specifically that has like a basketball court in it. So they can play basketball in there with the paint flying and the water guns. So it's a blast, and it's a creative outlet for all from ages 2 all the way up. We've had individuals with walkers and wheelchairs, and we're very autistic friendly and sensory friendly, so it's great for everyone pretty much. But yeah, it's a lot of fun and it's a creative outlet.
Messy fun.
Yes.
Messy fun.
Yeah, messy fun you're not responsible for, you know, like, well,
Exactly.
you two are, but you know,
We are.
everybody else is not.
We make a mess and we clean it out.
Yep,
So
yep.
it's like kind of the best of both worlds, because you know, kids come out and I'm like, hey, did you have fun making a mess? I asked that of a little boy the other day. He just kind of gave me this look like, seriously? You're asking me if I had fun making a mess, and he's like covered in paint.
Head to toe.
And I
You're
said,
so sassy.
and yeah, he just like gave me this look. I'm like, okay, all right, I see you. And I said, but isn't it great? I said that you don't have to clean it up.
Right.
And his mom chimed in, yeah, that's the best part.
See, if anything, it's just for mom and dad. Like,
And our door's about to open. Hang on 1 second. I heard the fact
that could be our opening song. And maybe like later my dog will bark, and then we could like have that as the closer. Yeah, she's on good behavior. Good girl.
Oh, not Amazon.
I heard the door and knew the dogs was about to start barking. Okay.
I know. I'm like, I don't really invite people over for guests. Like, so it's got to be Amazon, or you better not be here. Like,
Right.
Right. That's when people knock. We're like, who's knocking? Who's here?
why are they at our house?
Right, yeah. Go away. We're trying to do a podcast here. Hello. We're famous now. No.
You guys are, like, that makes me so happy. But CBS, that's awesome. How did you did they reach out to you, or were you guys like just super into your homework and you really launched into it?
So while we were there, I actually sent some pitches to several news crews. And CBS reached out to us, and they were like, this is exciting. We love what you're doing. We want to do a thing at your studio when you get back. So they loved it.
Yep.
They're actually coming to another event we're doing at the end of September because they just love our story. So the reporter,
that's exciting.
Yeah, the reporter's been texting me and she's like, when's your next event? And when can I come? And we're like, hey, we're doing one at the end of September. And that one's geared towards special needs children. Yeah, so we're working with a confident parenting group, and we're doing like a parent palooza, and all of the businesses that are there are geared towards children with special needs and how we can provide our services to them without any judgment, and being able to for them to access art
and then to be totally accommodating to them. Like if they need to wear their headphones in and we turn off the lights, and we do that. And so yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
That just sounds so honestly like refreshing and healing. And it's, you know, to be a parent of a child with special needs, it's twice the workload of regular parenthood, and that's already hard enough. So I think it's just so amazing that you're thinking of them, and you're also creating another space where all of these little creatives can come and feel comfortable and create how you need to, because everybody creates differently.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the story I did up on stage was based off of my son. So that kind of helped me with that, but he's autistic. So kind of working out his sensory friendly needs and things like that has definitely been something that's gotten us more and more to this point and being able to help others.
And he's so lucky to have you. Just hearing stories about like the different rooms you have. That honestly just blows my mind. That is so creative. Can you kind of explain and break down how you came up with those ideas?
Yeah, let Bonnie take this one.
Oh, thanks so much. So we started very basic. We just started with a splatter room. Like, come on in, cover up, but like just make a mess and go nuts. That's kind of where we started, because I'm a first grade teacher by day, and I like to think of myself as a fun first grade teacher. It's not
you gotta be.
Yeah, it's not ever really too quiet in my classroom. There's either music playing, or we're singing, we're dancing, and we're making a mess. because it's like you're 6-year-old, you're 7 years old, and I've got to let them, I got to teach in a way that's creative, that's
Yeah.
always grabbing their attention. So I'm like, like, what do kids do? They like to make a mess. What's something safe they can make a mess with?
Yep.
Paint. All right, let's go there. And then from there, we thought, well, what if we got like neon paint and made it a blacklight room? So then we got black lights and we hung up those on the wall and got fluorescent paint because it looks both good in black light and out of black light.
Yep.
And that was like our second thing. We upped the ante there. And then
our new location was actually a school. So when we renovated it, they had its own basketball gym in there. And instead of renovating it, we were like, no, we're using this gym as a splatter room.
Yep.
And the ceilings go up probably like 15 feet high.
If not higher.
Yeah.
If not higher. Yeah.
So then when the kids go in now, it's like they're trying to throw paint as high as they possibly can.
It's a challenge.
It's becoming a challenge event for them to go in there and throw paint. We're actually looking into getting like a huge 12-foot skeleton for Halloween.
Oh, that would be so great.
And we're gonna put it in the room and let the kids
splatter that
splatter
skeleton like nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, do you have a name for him, or maybe people on social media can vote?
We might have like a little like contest with like skeleton, and you know, we'll see, maybe put a poll out on Facebook and say, okay, vote, and hopefully it's not something like SpongeBob. Or,
I was gonna say, when you open it up to community, you get some, you get some out there responses.
We're gonna give them a few to choose from.
Yeah, take like the top 5 that we like and they go from there. But yeah,
you really gotta vet them, and you know, maybe like sneak one idea you came up with in there, like just see how it floats.
Yeah, absolutely, because I like to definitely want to think of outside the box. You know, we don't want to name them something like like just typical skeleton, you know, so hopefully.
Well, I mean, 12-foot skeleton in a 15-foot room that used to be a basketball gym turned into a splatter paint, like that is that is top tier to me.
Absolutely.
I would not rather be anywhere else, you know.
And that's what we keep on trying to do, is just add, like we have a small drum set. I'm hoping to get a full drum set where we put paint on. They could do that. Balloons where you could throw like a rubber dart at them and just let the paint fall. So we're always trying to think of
creative,
you know, the next creative thing. And so now it's like, okay, fall, let's get here so we can get the skeleton.
I'm like, I don't know what your thrift situations look like, but maybe you could find one discounted early.
Because they are pricey.
I was gonna say, I haven't seen many people let them go. They love their skeletons. So
they do. We have a lot in our neighborhood, and I mean, they're dressed for every season, for every holiday, and you know, it's fun that way. So I'm like, we need to get one, but hopefully we can find one on clearance.
Right, it's got to be the right time.
Yeah.
But okay, so I kind of want to circle back. So did you kind of start this business for your son, or was it kind of like, oh, he enjoys this, we enjoy this, we kind of want to do it together?
That's funny because it's none of that. We actually started it as kind of like Bonnie's retirement plan, because she's a school teacher and she didn't want to go back to teaching once she retires. So art is a lot of fun and she enjoys being creative. So this was kind of like her idea and her brainstorm, and kind of meshing the two of her idea and her creativeness into
Jenn's phenomenal business sense, as you got to witness on the show.
You guys are a dynamic duo. Like, you are such a great team.
Kind of like the best of both worlds there. So it's like, you know,
they need like pictures of you to describe that, like textbooks of what, like yin and yang. You're perfect because
it's so funny that you said yin and yang, because that's like terminology we've used all the time. Like, we are truly each other's yin and yang. Yeah. So she's like, we should start a business. And I'm like, with your idea, I'm like, okay, let's do it. And
because my son is autistic, it's kind of like something that's definitely reaches me, where it's like, okay, well, we have this art studio, now let's make it accessible to all, and
Yeah.
not have to worry about like meltdowns and stuff, because that's the biggest thing with parents of children with special needs. It's like, okay, well, if I bring my child and they have a meltdown, as a parent, I'm like, okay, well, let's leave. Well, here
Yeah.
you don't have to leave. Like, we don't mind the meltdowns. You can come in and just be adventurous and not do a thing and let your child just kind of explore. And we're perfectly
Yeah.
cool with that. So it's kind of like correlated and brought the two ideas together, with her wanting to run a business and then having a retirement plan, and then correlating the art into creativity outlets for kids of all different abilities has kind of made us get to this point.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And I hope that it becomes your retirement plan too. I hope you have one in the works. It sounds like you're going to be so successful from CBS. You're going to go international, and it's all just going to take off. Like I fully believe in you guys. You
We
got
hope.
this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, but really, there's a lot of business jargon and strategy behind what you do, and just hearing your business model and knowing how you're moving towards the future. Can we talk about that a little bit? So what projects are making you more innovative with your paint splatter booth?
Yeah, so we're actually the only mobile paint splatter unit in all of US. We started it, and we have a blow up, so we can take splatter painting to anyone, which is really unique, because it's never happened. It's never something
Never.
no,
It
it's
is not.
brand
You
new
are
to
the
everyone.
first to market. You are the big dogs. You are
Yep.
going to be everything.
Yeah.
And the customer experience you bring is so valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, like one of my favorite things to do is when we go to a birthday, like the mom or dads are like, oh, wait, you can come to us.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make that happen. And, we'll set up in the front yard and blow up the unit and get it all set up. And the kids are just having a blast.
Yeah.
And then the parents were like, cause we set it up, we take it down, we clean up after ourselves. So it's like, the only reason we're there is because your kids might have paint on them, or there's like a beautiful rainbow on your grass until the first rain comes and washes it all away, because we use water-based paint for that stuff. So nothing's
safer than most chemicals that go online.
Absolutely.
So
it's all
totally
water-based. Yeah. So it's safe, eco-friendly, and it's not going to damage anything.
Yep.
So
Right.
those are really fun, coming to birthday parties.
Yeah.
Well, and so where are you guys located?
So we're technically the suburbs of Philly, but you can say Philly adjacent.
Adjacent. My favorite word so far of 2024.
And with your mobile booth, how far do you travel currently?
So currently our furthest is about an hour. We've traveled out, but we are starting to get to the point where we're reaching more people further. So we're getting inquiries and people that want us to come out. So we are looking into maybe franchising just the mobile unit to be able to provide it. And for the other employees that live further out, maybe hire them or have them franchise a mobile unit to be able to spread the mobile unit elsewhere without extending ourselves too much.
Once I figure out my angel capital over here, I would love to franchise by one of your franchises, because this would blow the Midwest away. They'd be like, what?
Yep. And the mobile unit, no brick and mortar. With the mobile unit, it's low overhead. Like a whole mobile unit, you're looking at less than $800 and you're up and running. Yeah. So it's going to be a no-brainer once we get to that point.
Maybe we should bump those numbers up. I want you guys to retire soon.
Right. Saving up for our first home together. Like that's like,
okay. Let's you put in work. Let's get you paid.
That is true.
So so our first brick and mortar is in Malvern, Pennsylvania. And then we just opened up our second location in Delaware County, also known as Delco,
Broomall, PA.
Broomall, Pennsylvania.
And those are, so like, how far away are those?
They're about 40 minutes.
45
Nice.
minutes
So
from each other.
you're
Yeah.
really expanding. Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our second location is only about 10 minutes from our house, whereas our first
Oh.
location is about an hour,
So
45.
now you have a favorite.
Yes.
Your favorite employees are at that one. No, I'm just kidding.
The
Yep.
responsible, trustworthy ones are at the faraway
Yeah.
one, and
yeah.
This one. So
yeah.
Well, that is amazing. So I guess coming up on the horizon with your franchising of the mobile unit, are you looking to open up more brick and mortars?
yeah, that would be the down the road goal, because there's more overhead that consists with that. Once we get the franchise paperwork and everything with our lawyers situated, we will be able to sell the brick and mortar. Just with the mobile unit though, I feel like that's just going to get picked up faster because of the low overhead. So more and more people are going to be able to do it without having an actual brick and mortar. But then as they grow the mobile, then they can look into investing into a brick and mortar and make it a combo package. So
Oh, that's so smart. Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
And plus with the mobile unit, like you kind of like make your own schedule around that. You don't have to worry about going into the brick and mortar and opening up and making sure someone's there. It's like, hey, you know, like this is my schedule this week. You know, I could do these days, this next week I could do these days, and it's just gonna fill up. So you kind of like make your own schedule with that, which is like, I think huge, you know, because you're setting your own time. You're not clocking in and clocking out like an 8 to 5 kind of job. You do it on your own and it's fun. So
Yeah, it's like you're growth hacking. Like it's kind of like people who have a brick and mortar and a food truck, like you're just hitting every single market base, and it's so smart. But it's also cost effective for you. Like that's what's so genius about it. That's what I love the most. And like it's accessible, it's cost effective, it's fun. Making a mess is one of my favorite things. So like that's why as an artist, I always tell people, I'm like, if you made a mess, like you succeeded, you get an A. Like great job.
We always
But
color
that's
outside the
awesome.
lines.
Huh?
We always color outside the lines.
Always, right? Like
lines don't exist.
Yeah, once you learn, you make the own lines, like life changes.
Yep, absolutely.
So what kind of events do you guys have coming up that people could come to?
Yeah, so we have painting with the Little Mermaid, we have painting with Elsa, we have our sensory friendly events coming up in September. We have a comedy show / kid drop off event. There's going to be a comedy show next door at the Axe House that we also own. We own an axe throwing business as well.
Oh, that's smart.
So
that's why you're always saying you're throwing an axe. Okay, I just thought like you were really into it. I was
like, she's like, are they literal? Or are they being?
I was like, you know, that's people enjoy what they enjoy. Okay.
And the biggest thing also too, at the end of September, we have a collab with a bunch of other autistic and sensory friendly businesses where we're doing what's called a parent palooza. So parents get to come for free and kind of check out what all these businesses are offering. That's very sensory friendly and great for kids with special needs and abilities.
And also those schools are actually now creating field trips to us. Like we're a field trip now. So that like
looks big. Wow.
Yeah. So when they said there's like, someone's going to do a field trip here, I'm like, wait, what? So that leads me to think, well, maybe they could like have a fundraiser and do splatter their principal, like you know.
Oh, that's so smart.
That's where like some ideas stem from, and I was like, oh wow, that would be. I'm like, well, now that we're in Brooma, I'm like, I'm getting my principal. I'm gonna get my home in school and say, let's go. Like we're gonna splatter our principal.
The kids love it. They pay for a little cup of paint. They get to throw it at their principal, and the money donated goes back to the school. It's a huge turnaround. So
and you record the whole thing, like
absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Happiness goes up 20% for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
The kids are all happy because they get to throw paint at their principal, who might have given them lunch detention.
No, because like this past summer, we did our mobile unit at my school's spring fair. So that was huge. It was like, you know, huge success, they said, because we had to be at the brick and mortar location. So we had a mobile unit with 2 of our younger employees, and there was like, it was a crazy blast.
Everyone loved it. Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, have you asked or have you told the kids about your CBS feature yet?
So we posted it. Bonnie's not back in school yet, so we'll see how many of them have watched it or their parents have watched it.
Oh, I'll be showing it to them because I'll
Yeah,
be like,
I was gonna say they're gonna think you're so cool. Like you're gonna
oh yeah,
be.
I'm gonna get a lot of street cred for that.
And then to say you went on a TV show,
right,
like
right. I'm just gonna be like, y'all don't know this, but I'm kind of famous, and here's
listen,
why.
you guys better listen to me now, okay?
Right on.
Right.
Like, come on now. You got an entrepreneur and a teacher all in one.
A reality TV star.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, "Can we watch? Can we watch?" And you're like, "No."
No,
Yeah,
no. I'll let your parents know viewer discretion is, highly advised.
Every time they see Joe on the screen, we'd have to like mute it and be like,
Oh
"Nope,
yes,
can't watch
that's
this
right,
part."
Joe. Joe is not.
Not for first graders.
I just refer to him as America
America.
because he just encompasses that whole like that America, like that's him, like that's his word.
And we love him. We reached out to him after we left, and we've been in communication with them. So,
he is very active. Yeah, because
yeah.
we've talked about getting him on the show as well. So
Well,
nice.
good luck with that. Have fun. I'll check that one out for sure.
He came with stipulations. He's the first person to give me like
Oh, no
Really?
way.
and I was like, okay, well, I wouldn't have expected this, but like they're reasonable. But I was like, okay, I see you, Mr. Businessman.
Right.
Then it's like he wants them on, like he's gonna post them, and I'm like, that makes a lot more sense because you have a lot more followers than me.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I welcome that, and I was like, not
yeah.
only is
Does
your
that get
demand
your name
helpful,
out there? Yeah.
huh?
Does that get your name out there then?
Well, yeah, and I mean, I'm happy about that, but like I'm also a little scared, because once it airs and we put our ideas out there, we're like, oh crap,
Right.
we better be buttoned up and ready.
Yeah, and that's why we're like doing the whole.
You got a lawyer, you got
franchise
trademarks
promoting
going, like
it.
you're doing great. You're doing great. But yeah, that was something to like think about. Because the biggest, most like best part about it is connecting with people and afterwards being able to connect with the judges. And so talking to a few of them, yeah, they kind of also shared that, and I was like, well, yeah, somebody could just take it.
Yeah, that was like one of our huge worries was like, this airs and next thing you know, all these other things are popping up, and it was like, well, wait a second. We did it first. We want some credit,
yeah,
and our dream and our vision and what we do with it, because like even everybody's like, oh, it's just a mobile unit, but there's a lot more to it, and we put so much thought and effort and to make it accessible, no matter like if somebody calls and says, hey, can you do this? If we haven't thought of it yet, then we sit and brainstorm like, okay, then let's make it happen. And we just don't want anybody out there to go out there and like, do it half cracked and be like,
tarnish your good reputation.
We've done it.
Right,
we know, we feel like we know what we're doing. We're successful with it. So let us share that wisdom with you for a small stipulation,
Listen, like let us help you. Okay. Right. You just transfer some money, dollar bills. It's fine.
Yep.
And
you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
that is the pitch. Covered. We both just went through this crazy boot camp to simplify it to that.
Yes, exactly. Yes. We're saving you time and money by already having this etched out and in stone.
Well, yeah, but and in the artist community, it's very hard to claim ownership on things, especially service-based businesses, because you can trademark a service and stuff, and so I'm sure you've kind of gone through this in all your forms and everything, but it is still like somebody could still sue you. You're not like 100% safe. If somebody was like, oh, that was my idea, they could just give you a headache.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
True. Very true.
And so I you just let me know who I need to talk to if somebody, I'm gonna cut this part out. Like if somebody is ripping you guys off, like let me know, okay? Maybe
Gotcha.
Like,
You know,
we'll find
people,
some people,
we
we'll
got
call
it.
Joe. We'll be like,
Yeah.
hey, Joe, you need to make a stop. Like,
Yes, yes. The way he travels will be like, we found out this and we need you to make a stop to it. So can
he's
you?
got an A team, you know,
Yeah,
he's
as
got a
long
team
as
that
he
doesn't
has,
ask
there's a
questions.
creek or a
Yeah,
river,
exactly.
and he's coming. He said, he's like, as long as, because we invited him out to
Yes,
the
we
splatter
did.
paint studio, and he goes, well, as long as there's a river I can access
And a
and
driveway I can park in to sleep.
Yeah,
he goes, I can make it happen. I was
We're
like,
like,
all
all
right.
I believe him. And that would be so cool to see him in the booth. I wonder, oh, wow.
Oh, right?
That would be, you have to record that. That
Yes.
that
Oh,
should be like a
absolutely.
Facebook Live event, maybe. So, like,
Oh,
We sh-
yeah.
We
Oh,
should
yeah.
get something out there and get so many likes on the post so that Joe comes and gets splattered. You know how many
Yeah.
people would share
oh
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be funny.
Right?
That would be great. And I just love the extra elements of like personally like splattering people, or like,
Yes.
you know, that is so fun.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is,
yeah.
it's more than just showing up and like painting, but like,
Yeah. It's funny because the kids go into one of the rooms with a canvas, and sometimes they walk out and they're just covered. I'm like, did you manage to get any on your canvas? Or because some they just go in there and they just, door
wow.
closes, curtain closes, and it's just a free for all. And they're like, yeah, I think I did. And what I love about the uniqueness of it is like you'll have some kids that go in there and they're very minimalistic and they just know what colors they want. They don't want anybody
Yeah.
else to get any other of their paint on their canvas, and they'll do their thing and they're like, I'm done. And they just,
Yeah.
and then there's kids in there that have to cover every single inch of that canvas. And if there's any, like if they have a white canvas or a black canvas, if any little piece is shown, they've got to get it covered. And it's like 40 minutes are in there and we have to be like, okay, there literally is no more paint left. We're gonna have to
Time to
get,
wrap it up.
time to wrap it up.
It's gonna need 3 days to dry. Like,
yes, yes.
And we have speakers in all the rooms. So they all get to play their own music, which is cool because it's an added kind of fun factor where it's like they're having a party in there while they're throwing
Yeah.
paint. So, and of course, there's a lot of Taylor Swift being screamed as loud as they possibly can
So
throughout
much
these.
Taylor Swift. So much Taylor Swift.
Lots of Taylor Swift. I think we know.
maybe you get so big on CBS you can connect with Taylor Swift.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And have her playing
T
music
Swift, let
on
us
her
let
guitar.
us splatter you.
I was gonna say she'd probably have to like splatter you guys. Like, I don't see anybody getting
Yes.
to do that. But
Yeah.
Well, her boyfriend's brother is an Eagles player, and he lives literally 10 minutes from us. So Taylor Swift,
you
if
should
you
reach
catch
out.
the
I bet that they
podcast-
would support your cause because they're really good people, and you're
Yeah,
really good
Jason
people.
and Travis,
Yeah, well,
let's go.
The Eagles are great with the autism awareness.
Yeah.
We did an Eagles autism awareness event just a couple of months ago with the Eagles autism awareness team, and we had our mobile unit and stuff. But if Taylor Swift, if you're watching, we're really close to Travis's brother's house.
Jason,
that's his name. I don't watch football. They cut that part out. Yes, I
Yeah,
watch.
you are so famous. You don't even need to remember.
Right.
Bring it on
That's
over
a
to
new
a
level of fame, right?
Right? Come on.
Especially because we hear a lot of your songs at our studio, Taylor. So we're already
many.
like best friends. We might as well make
This
this.
could, I don't know how that woman could possibly market more, but this could be
Yeah.
beneficial,
Right?
Taylor.
Right? I could retire the next day. Like, come on. Be like, make my retirement dream come true.
That was our last bang. Like, we're
Yeah,
done.
right. Even though I probably wouldn't retire right away because I love teaching. I do.
Yeah.
And they're first graders, and that to me is the best grade on the planet. So
Oh, they're just like pre-K to like that 3rd grade. They're just so sweet.
Yeah.
The sass level is kind of low.
it is. It's low. So that's
It's
really
low,
like it.
except for like the special ones who like you just cannot dull that sass. But I love kids. I love hearing their creative stories behind what they make.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And that like that's such a fun thing. But you guys also incorporate, you have like a handprint wall, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so we allow them to basically put their handprints anywhere they want in the room. So they throw the paint at their hands and they can kind of put their handprints everywhere and kind of reach up as high as they can to hit the wall
Yeah.
and put their handprints.
Sometimes you got to wonder, like, how did that tiny handprint get that high?
You're making a pyramid in there
on the wall? I'm like, I probably
insurance adjuster, do not watch.
want to know. Yeah.
Insurance
No,
industry,
because in one of
please.
our rooms, it's just like they just did a whole line, like from one end of the wall to the other. Like who was ever in there, they just did a nice line, and they're all like, I was like, wow.
And we do
was
puppy
really cool.
paw print art too. We're dog friendly. So
Mhm.
dogs can come in, and we have
Oh.
stamp pads that we use for the dogs, and they get to press their dog's paw in it, and then dogs can run around the room and leave their paw prints everywhere on
Even doggy
canvases.
boots too.
Yep.
We've had some boots.
Doggy noses pressed
Boot
up
prints,
on there.
yep. Yep. We haven't had any
That is
cats
so
yet. There
cute.
was one lady that reached out and said, can I bring my cat? And we're like, more power to you. Yeah. I'm like, we'll put you in the room and
Close the door.
close the
You
door.
enjoy that. Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
great time.
You let us know how it goes before we try to market that. We try
Yeah.
have an event with cats.
Right.
It's a really cool cat. Did you try it out?
Not with cats.
Not with
No,
cats.
no.
No.
We don't want to be clawed, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Temperaments of our 4 cats, and we're like, would any of them? We're
No.
like, no,
No.
not one of them would be game.
no amount of catnip can make
Oh
anything
God, no.
Jackson Pollock, okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, all right. Well, I've just enjoyed talking to you. I love your business plan. It's very special to my heart, as an artist, and just inspiring next generation, and including those people who are usually left out because it's not accessible. Like that is such a healing, amazing thing. So thank you for the work that you do.
Oh, you're welcome.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
for
And if
having
you're-
us.
If you're ever in the area, definitely have to hit us up, because we will make a day of it and make sure you have the best time in our splatter room.
I would love to. I would love to bring my little Gordy out. He would have the
Yes.
best time.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get it on our family calendar. One
Yay.
of these summers we'll come out, and
Yeah,
like maybe
absolutely.
hopefully Joe will swing out at the same time, and I can experience.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
make a
make
day
that
of it.
happen. We will make that happen, because that would be awesome.
Yeah. And maybe
Um,
Wes, because Wes has that fondness for you, He
Yeah.
does. I mean, he was giving you a lot of shout outs.
He was.
Oh, funness for me. I thought you said art.
No,
for you.
for you, like we'll bring Wes out there too, because we're like, listen, Wes, Kristine is gonna be there. So
No, he
you
will
have to
not
be
go there. He'll be like, Kristine, no, fuck this. Like I am out. He's like, not again.
He's like, you can only have one head in the splatter room.
You can only have one. You can only have one. I want you guys to start testing this, because
Yeah, right.
there is like this fire in us, and
Yeah.
it's just this ultra magical thing. But if you put more than one, there's really this hierarchy problem. But I think that Wes is great.
Yes.
I am the better redhead. I will always say that. But
I
he has a
agree.
castle.
Don't-
Maybe
don't
you
tell
could
him I
splatter
said
paint
that.
his castle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. You're the better redhead. I will agree to that. Just don't let Wes know, okay? Like,
I'll cut it out. Don't worry. That's
no.
just make it up. No, and I like email it to him right away. Like,
Right. This is what Bonnie said.
Wes, if you're watching, we didn't mean that.
She
We're just
said she
yeah,
kidding.
he's
Oh.
still watching us. Like the show never ended.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I know,
We're
right?
live
He's gonna
stream.
pop out and be like, well.
You guys are winning. Like you've got like lawyer, trademark, blah 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 blah. Like
Yeah.
you
And all our ducks in a row.
you're invited back as judges. That would be cool.
I was saying that to her. I'm like, I wonder if they would ever bring us back as like co-judges. Cause I'm like, I would totally.
If Joe can do it, like if
Love that.
Joe had a chance, I feel like
Yeah.
you guys.
You give me a script, you give me a rubric. The teacher and me will be like, okay, I'll follow it, but we're also gonna have a good time. We're also
Yeah,
gonna-
you're like, okay, we're adding a creativity element. Make a
yes.
logo. Like
Yes.
Everyone is getting
Excellent.
paint thrown at them before they leave this pod.
Yeah, like
This is gonna happen.
Well, okay, yeah, and so one thing I do want to talk about that I thought was really cool is you guys also splatter like t-shirts. Like people can make
Clothing, yep.
t-shirts too.
Yep.
Yep. Clothing, sneakers. We had a
Hats.
bunch of college kids bring sneakers in and they splatter painted them their college colors, which was fun.
Kind of like they were goodbye to each other because they were going to different
Yeah.
schools.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
so they came
community
in and
building thing.
it was really
was
cool.
cute,
It was
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, yes. I gotta figure out how to get on that side of the states. So
Yes, reach out when you're over here.
that's awesome. Well, in the meantime, please send me your CBS links. I'll be watching your page. I'm gonna go try to find the old one. Or yeah, you've got another one coming up. So that's so cool.
Yeah. The CBS we did post on our socials, so you can go check it out. And some of our other TikToks that we kind of incorporated with that CBS posting. So you can definitely find that. That was just like a couple of weeks ago. So you should be able to see that pretty clear.
That's awesome. And what is your website that people could go to?
Yep, it's www.flick-of-the-wrist.com. So a flick of the wrist with a bunch of dashes in between every word.
Okay.
It's we try to
I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
What?
We try to do it all one word, but it wouldn't let us. So we went the dashes.
You were like, we're gonna take every dash we can and put them.
Yeah, pretty much.
We want to be memorable.
You know,
we want you to
we want
and
for
that's
5 minutes.
Dedication.
Yes. Oh, right. Yes. We want everybody for 5 minutes trying to do that. Because you won't forget it then. You're like, gosh darn, flick of the wrist. But
once you reach your level of fame, you don't have to listen to any of the rules. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. A flick of the wrist. We will put that in the comments so you can just click it.
Thank
you.
Won't give anybody carpal tunnel from typing this one.
Yeah.
But I enjoy talking to you both so much. You bring such a lightheartedness and fun energy about any conversation. And so I'm just happy to know you.
Thank you. We're appreciative of you too.
Yes, we're glad that we met you, and we definitely want to keep in touch as much as possible and root for
Yes,
you.
definitely. I love Zoom. I love watching promotions, and if I can share anything with my people, I will. Midwesterners love to drive. They would drive 25 hours to you. So maybe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Love it.
A new market for us. I love it.
Yeah, so if it's something cool, we'll share it. But I want to thank you for your time and coming on the show. I would love to see your growth and maybe have you back on in the future. But
sounds good.
Yeah, keep in touch. Let us know how things go. Maybe one day we'll be sharing franchise links because I need that. Need that in my life.
And then we'll have a season 17 reunion soon.
Yes. A launch party, a viewing party, that would be very fun.
Right. We meet somewhere local in the middle.
Yeah.
Everyone travels in.
We'll bring
this. Go back to Tulsa.
Yeah.
Not Tulsa.
None of us are welcome. None of us are welcoming that idea.
Even though I really truly believe that we had to have been the best season, though. I was getting that vibe, that we were like, the best season so far, and that season 17. We raised that bar high. So good luck, season 18.
Wes is going to be talking about us in the positive way
because you got big shoes
all the time now.
Yep.
How great season 17 was.
Yeah. And we were all there, so that's what makes it great.
Yeah.
I know. Part of me is like, should we have just started one fire so that we could be like, no. But then I'm like, no.
We should have just pushed someone in the pool. We could have gone out there.
And honestly, we had Joe. That was like,
that was it.
We were still the best season. So that just talks about how great of people we are.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No argument there.
We appreciate your time today too.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think you're our very first podcast. Yes. So what's up?
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. I've got CBS stars here on our podcast.
Yeah.
What? That's going to be the opener. That's going to be cut to the front.
Love it. Do it.
Flash your CBS intro. We're going to get people. This is how Mark. Well, okay. Best of luck. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time. I really
you.
enjoyed speaking with you, and you guys take care, okay?
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.